Hiya, friends. It has been 1 year since I posted my very first Dinkum video. I can't even tell you how exciting that is and how fast this year went. But for my 1 year celebration, I thought it was about time Boozy built herself a pub, right? I mean, we have a beautiful winery, but you don't go to the winery every day, right? But you will go to the pub often. So here we go. And I just want to thank you all. I wouldn't be here a year later if it weren't for all of your support, all of your advice. Just thank you. Thank you all. It's been amazing. It's been amazing, and this is going to be an amazing build. So I hope you enjoy it. The biggest challenge for me for this pub was getting the size right. I wanted to be able to go into it and have it be like a functioning pub inside, but also from the outside, make it look like there's windows, make it look like there's a door. So the sizing was tricky. It was tricky from the outside, from the inside. I knew I wanted to have restrooms in there. I knew I wanted to have a big centerpiece bar, like Cheers. So it was the sizing for me that was the biggest challenge. And then it was all the different elements. What items do I want to use to represent the different shape of the walls, of the roof? What items do I want to use deliberately because it's a pub? So, like the kegs and whatnot. This was just such a fun project. And it changed a lot. It changed a lot over the few days that I was building it. And I guarantee from the time this build video is done to the walkthrough, I will probably have tweaked it a few times before the final walkthrough as well. You can see how I tried to keep the colors kind of natural, just for where it's at. Also, I didn't want it to be too in your face, overwhelming, because just across the bridge to the front of it is our 9/11 memorial. So I didn't want this to outshine the memorial, but obviously I wanted it to be accessible from that. And over to the south of this, so this pub would be facing east. To the south is our little baby airport. You'll probably see her in a second. And I thought that was kind of fun because I have a tiny little motel at the airport. She's going to need an upgrade here pretty quick. The whole airport is going to. But I thought it was fun that there was a pub within walking distance of the airport motel. I felt like that was important because we have a place by our little airport here in town that I want to say is just called the Airport Lounge, but it's just always been there. And I don't think our airport would be the same if it wasn't there. So this is Boozy's pub, but it is also our little airport pub. So I'm very glad that it happened to fit right in this little space. It was meant to be. So you never know what you like till you try it, right? So I didn't show you everything, but I literally placed down probably all of the tiny tables and all of the chairs that would go until I found the ones I liked the best. This is where the size of the pub really came into play. Trying to figure out the restroom situation because, you know, you want them to be functional. And I was super excited to be able to put the little dunnies in there. But you want them to be big enough so that you could actually walk in there like you could use them if you needed to. But I think we came up with a good size. So yes, I did obsess about the bathrooms and the hallways going down to the bathrooms. You can see now it's nighttime and I'm still trying to figure out the hallways into the restrooms, how it's going to enter into the rest of the bar. You probably didn't have to do this much work to get it to look good, but you know, it's Boozy and the OCD kicked in a little bit at this point. And yes, there will be an exact duplicate on the other side because we know Boozy loves her even Steven. Every good bar has to have its fun little games. Those food modelers just reminded me of the old style arcade games. They're just like the right size to stand and play. So like obviously that's what I'm going to put there. And the spinners, you know how you go in and sometimes you can play Keno or they have different things. I wanted this pub to be something that is fun, that everyone in the neighborhood would want to go to. So you have to put the fun stuff in there. It's, you know, not just a bar. There's going to be food in there. Come on now. It's Dinkum. It's going to be family friendly. See now even just sitting here, I'm thinking of different things I could add to it, like a little stage area for open mic night or something. Okay, she's gonna also probably get an update. My whole island is just gonna get a makeover at some point, and I'll just do a whole other video with my island makeover. But we'll just watch this first of all. Let's just watch this first before I make over my whole island. I wanted to keep it with nature, remember? So I tried other little stools, but the stumps just, I mean, obviously that's what we needed with the nice ivy in there, the nice mossy brick in there. The stumps just, it brought it home. something I did do just to kind of keep with the theme of my island. You can see that the brick walls and the brick planters are similar to the ones I did with my winery. If you haven't seen that video, it's a link in the description. But I wanted to keep it interesting. I didn't want the wall just to be all straight and flat. Also keeping with kind of those little faux windows that I like to do in my builds. So there's a little faux window in the back. Again, you don't want your builds to be boring, so just add a little bit of depth, just a little bit of personality. I added the different little windows, the different cascading walls, just to make it fun. This is where I started tweaking things. And this is also where I started to really appreciate the climbing of the ivy walls. That came in really handy for a lot of things. The only negative I have about the ivy wall is that you can't put anything right in front of it. And that was a challenge. I mean, I got over it obviously, but it would be nice to be able to place it. I get that, you know, it's that whole space. But, you know, if I had my druthers, I would rather have it so I could put something in front of that ivy. There's our little airport. You saw it for a second, half a second. It's over there, a little motel. Oh, see, there she is. So the front was looking a little rough, so she got a makeover before I decided to close down the design. And that's what we did. I decided to make it a little bit pretty up front. Here it is in all its glory. All right, we're just going to sit here and just appreciate this beautiful, beautiful pub. I mean, is this not someplace you would hang out? I absolutely would. And I'm always amazed when my builds are finished, just how well they turn out. You know me, all of my ideas are always kind of just loosey-goosey. So like I could not have imagined a patio this beautiful. Ivy with the fountains. I would have loved to have put little water boxes down there, but we know I chose the ivy over the water boxes. But just this beautiful front patio with the covered areas to make it look like there's windows going in to the bar. I mean, good grief, just you know, let's just do the outside first. Let's take a trip around the outside, shall we? Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. I mean, that's exactly what I meant to do. So over here we have the smoking section. Now, I'm in California and you're not allowed to smoke in any of the bars. So there's always kind of a designated smoking section. So this is that, and it has its own entrance back into the bar. And if we go around the back here, you can see that I made the wall stair-stepped with the little secret window, just so it's not boring, you know. And then I did add the ivy because the ivy is beautiful. I love the little white flowers, and it really tied in well with the little glow buttons, in my opinion. Another little back entrance here. I can imagine the staff would use that when they're, you know, taking out the trash or doing whatever they need to do over here. And then we have the secret path. You know what? Let's go ahead and go over there. The secret path to the airport motel. So here's our little, wow, the critters are out in full force. Oh my gosh, there's a full echidna army. Is it just me? Okay, let's not even look at that though. So here's the Komodo Motel. This is Komodo Island, in case you're curious what that means. So here's the little motel. And the pub is just right here. There's even a gate for them to just be like, you know what? My flight's not till tomorrow. Let's head over to the pub. Because it's beautiful. And you can see over there is the 9/11 memorial. All right, let's head inside Boozy's public house. She's needed one for a while, y'all. So here we go. You can go right, you can go left. It's just going to take you inside the beautiful pub. Just look at this. Look at it. Actually, after you add like all the tasty soups and bits around the bar, it's like, yes, please, I would like one of each. Briefly saw the restrooms, but let's go in again. We've got our dunnies, we've got our sinks, we have the drain, everything you need for your toilet. The one on the other side, identical, obviously. But then here's the back wall, and you can see more seating. This is that back door that takes you back outside towards the dumpster. You go across. This takes you to the smoking area. Ooh. That camera change gets me every time. And there you go. You are back in Boozy's pub. I mean, what more does Boozy need? You know what? I don't think anything. This is where she lives now. Well, obviously this is where she works. She is the resident bartender here. You all are welcome to come and hang out as long as you need, or as long as you want. There's 3 rooms at the motel, and we could probably set up some more sleeping bags outside. So I hope you enjoyed the making of my pub. I will probably be making a parking lot behind it, probably adding a helipad, so when people come to visit, they can get the VIP treatment right from guest services over here to the pub. But again, it's been a wonderful year, an amazing year. I have met so many amazing people through Dinkum and other games like this. I can't even tell you how happy meeting you all and talking with you all has made me this year. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And here's to another year. We'll see you next time. Bye.